The sneaker world is in a state of absolute chaos this morning as a massive power shift in the WNBA endorsement landscape just sent shockwaves through the industry. In a move that has fans and stock market analysts stunned, reports are circulating that Reebok has officially canceled its signature plans for Angel Reese just as her rival, Caitlin Clark, was spotted taking over Nike World headquarters in Beaverton. This isn't just a business deal. It's a total demolition of the narrative we've been fed for the last 2 years. While Angel Reese was supposedly the face of the new Reebok under Shaquille O'Neal's leadership, the league's silence regarding her signature shoe delay has been deafening. But while one star's future is in limbo, Caitlin Clark just shut down the entire Philip H. Knight campus. The leaked footage of Clark hitting long-range stairs shots at the Nike HQ, sporting her custom CC varsity jacket, proves that the $28 million Nike era isn't just coming, it's already here. Nike has reportedly cleared the runway for a spring 2026 launch of the CC1, featuring technology that insiders claim has never been put into a basketball shoe before. Is this the ultimate proof that the Caitlin Clark effect has finally crushed the competition? Or did Reebok make a vicious calculation to pivot away from the Bayou Barbie in favor of a new strategy? Today, we're breaking down the systematic takeover of the Nike roster, the hidden details of Angel's Reebok contract that the public wasn't supposed to see, and the billion-dollar war for the feet of the next generation. The torch hasn't just been passed, it's been seized, and the swoosh is officially playing for keeps. Let's dive into the destruction of the WNBA's biggest rivalry. It's January 2026, and while the WNBA is locked in a CBA battle, the real power moves are happening 3,000 miles away from the league office. Last week, the world watched as Caitlin Clark didn't just visit Nike World headquarters in Beaverton. She essentially staged a hostile takeover. This wasn't a standard athlete tour. It was a coronation ceremony for the woman who has become the most valuable asset in Nike's basketball portfolio. Leaked footage from the Philip H. Knight campus shows Caitlin gifted with a custom Nike varsity jacket featuring her new interlocking CC logo, a mark Nike expects to rival the Jumpman in cultural impact. But the moment that sent the internet into a frenzy was the stair shot. Standing on a third-floor balcony overlooking the lobby, Caitlin casually drained an 80-foot bomb into a hoop on the ground floor, echoing her from anywhere marketing campaign. It was a vicious reminder to every other brand that while they are fighting for shelf space, Caitlin Clark is playing an entirely different game. While the swoosh is celebrating, the Bayou Barbie Angel Reese is facing a storm of vicious speculation. Rumors have been swirling on social media that Reebok has officially canceled Angel's signature line following the Chicago Sky's late-season struggles in 2025. Critics are pointing to the league's silence regarding her 2026 release schedule as proof that Reebok president Shaquille O'Neal is pivoting away from the investment. But here is the hidden truth the clickbait won't tell you. Reebok hasn't canceled Angel Reese. They've gone into silent mode because they are terrified of the Caitlin comparison. While the Angel Reese one technically beat Caitlin to the punch by dropping in September 2025, sold out in the Diamond Dust and Mebounce colorways, Reebok is realizing that a lifestyle approach might not hold up against the performance tech monster Nike is building. The rumor isn't about a contract termination. It's about a strategic retreat. Sources within Reebok suggest that the brand is retooling Angel's 2026 lineup, specifically the Mauve Rain colorway, because they can't afford a flop. Angel is the culture, one insider noted, but Caitlin is the market. Reebok is trying to figure out if being cool is enough when Nike is about to drop a shoe that claims to change the laws of physics. In her recent appearance on the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers, Caitlin dropped a technical bombshell that has competitors panicking. She revealed that the Nike CC1, the unofficial name for her signature debut, will feature performance technology that has never been put into a basketball shoe before. While Nike is keeping the secret lab specs under a $28 million NDA, industry insiders suggest the shoe is utilizing a revolutionary, responsive kinetic plate system derived from Nike's record-breaking marathon super shoes. This tech is designed to stabilize the foot during the high-speed, deep-range stepbacks that have made Caitlin a global icon. Nike isn't just making a shoe for Caitlin, they are making a shoe for the Clark generation, one analyst observed. They want every kid in the world to believe that if they wear the CC1, they can hit from the logo. It's not just a sneaker, it's a vicious marketing machine designed to erase the competition. The shoe war of 2026 has also reignited the tension with WNBA legends like Sheryl Swoopes. For years, Swoopes was the standard bearer for Nike women's basketball with her iconic Air Swoopes line. But the systematic takeover by Caitlin Clark has reportedly left some of the old guard feeling erased. Caitlin's Nike logo launch was met with league silence from some veteran quarters, highlighting the generational rift we've seen all season. While Aya Wilson is also set to launch her signature Nike shoe in 2025 to 2026, the resources being poured into the Caitlin campaign are undeniably higher. It's a vicious reality of the 2026 market. Popularity drives the production line, and right now, Caitlin Clark is the biggest factory in the world. Don't count Angel Reese out just yet. Despite the cancellation headlines, Angel has been using her Unapologetically Angel podcast to maintain her box office status. She recently revealed that she has already made six figures from her initial Reebok collection and that her influence goes beyond the hardwood. "I keep the receipts," Angel stated in a January 2026 episode. "The people talking about cancellations are the same ones who said I wouldn't make it in the league. Reebok has my back because I bring something different to the table. I don't just sell shoes, I sell a lifestyle." The vicious truth is that the WNBA now has two distinct economic engines. Nike and Caitlin are building a performance empire focused on stats and highlights, while Reebok and Angel are building a culture empire focused on fashion and personality. But in 2026, only one can be the queen of the sneaker. The shoe war is the most expensive battle in WNBA history. Caitlin Clark's takeover of Nike HQ has signaled the end of the experiment phase. We are now in the domination phase. Angel Reese is fighting to prove that Reebok's player-first approach can survive the Nike juggernaut. We're going to dive into the leaked contract details. See the performance clauses that could actually cost Angel her deal if she doesn't hit certain stats. We'll look at the CC1 prototype leak. Did a Nike employee accidentally post a photo of the shoe on Reddit? And finally, we'll see the Shaq ultimatum. Why the big Aristotle is reportedly demanding a vicious marketing pivot to save the Reebok brand. The destruction of the narrative is just getting started. While the headlines claim Caitlin Clark just took over Nike HQ, the hidden truth is that this has been a meticulously planned invasion since the moment she signed her record-breaking $28 million deal. As we sit in late January 2026, we are officially in the launch window. Nike hasn't just been designing a shoe. They've been building an entire ecosystem around the CC brand. In her recent sit-down on the New Heights podcast with Travis and Jason Kelsey, Caitlin revealed that she's been visiting the Nike Sport Research Lab, NSRL, for over a year and a half. This isn't just about picking out pretty colorways. Caitlin has been using Nike's motion capture technology to study the exact torque she puts on her ankles during those trademark 30-foot step-backs. "I told them I wanted the equivalent of a Kobe model, but better," Caitlin shared with a smirk. And Nike delivered. The Nike CC1, reportedly launching this spring for the 2026 WNBA season, is rumored to feature the debut of Kinetic Foam X. This is a supercritical foam that provides 15% more energy return than standard React foam, specifically engineered for the high-cadence style of play that the Fever Star has popularized. This is the systematic takeover of the performance market. Nike is making sure that every young girl who wants to shoot like Caitlin believes they need the CC1 to do it. While Nike is flexing its engineering muscles, the situation at Reebok is much more complex. The Reebok cancels Angel Reese narrative is the ultimate clickbait versus reality scenario. The truth? The Reebok Angel Reese one is very much alive. In fact, as of yesterday, images of the Mauve Rain colorway, a glittery, high-fashion performance hybrid, have leaked with a release date of February 2026. So why the cancellation rumors? It all comes down to a vicious performance clause buried in the contract extension Angel signed under Shaq's leadership. Insiders suggest that while Angel is the face of culture for Reebok, her contract includes market share triggers. If the initial drops of the Angel Reese one, like the Diamond Dust and Mebounce collections, don't hit specific sell-through targets compared to the Nike competition, Reebok has the right to pivot her signature line back into a lifestyle-only brand. This is the billion-dollar ultimatum. Reebok is a brand in resurgence, and Shaq is a businessman first. He needs Angel to prove that the Bayou Barbie can sell performance sneakers to the masses, not just cool apparel to her social media following. The February launch of the Mauve Rain isn't just a release, it's a final exam. If the sales numbers aren't there, the rumors of Reebok pulling back might actually become a reality. The shoe war has also exposed a vicious rift with WNBA legends, most notably Sheryl Swoopes. As the first woman to ever have a Nike signature shoe, Swoopes is the blueprint. But in 2026, the Caitlyn takeover has pushed the Air Swoopes legacy into the shadows. Reports suggest that Swoopes' recent criticisms of the Clark effect aren't just about basketball, they're about branding. In the Nike ecosystem, there is only so much oxygen for marketing spend. With Nike pouring tens of millions into Caitlyn's From Anywhere campaign, featuring Travis Scott and the Kelceys, other signature lines, including those of Aya Wilson and Sabrina Ionescu, are fighting for the leftovers. The league is silent on this because it's awkward, one industry analyst noted. You have the legends who built the house, and then you have Caitlyn, who just bought the entire neighborhood. Nike's decision to prioritize the CC1 logo launch over the heritage of the Air Swoopes brand is a cold-blooded business move. It's not personal. It's about the fact that Caitlyn Clark's jersey sales are 500% higher than any legend in history. The clickbait fire was further stoked last week when a supposed Nike internal photo was leaked on a sneaker subreddit. The image showed a low-cut, sleek silhouette with a translucent CC heel clip and a gradient fever gold outsole. While Nike officially declined to comment, the league's silence on the leak has fans convinced it's the real deal. The hidden detail in the leak? The shoe appears to be a ghost design, meaning it borrows heavily from the Kobe 6 and Kobe 8 blueprints, shoes that Caitlyn has worn almost exclusively since her college days. By Kobe-fying the CC1, Nike is making a direct play for the Mamba mentality fanbase. They aren't just selling a women's basketball shoe. They are selling the successor to the most popular performance basketball line in history. The most vicious attacks on Angel Reese claim that her merchandise is sitting on shelves while Caitlyn's is sold out. But the reality is a matter of distribution versus demand. Nike has a global grip on retail that Reebok is still rebuilding. Angel addressed these rumors on her Unapologetically Angel podcast, stating, "My Diamond Dust collection sold out in 24 hours. The people saying I'm unsold are the same people who don't want to see a black woman lead a brand. Shaq knows the numbers. Reebok knows the numbers. We aren't competing with Caitlyn, we're building a different world." However, the billion-dollar shift is undeniable. In 2026, the market is moving toward niche power. Caitlyn is the universal star, while Angel is the cultural icon. But as the Reebok Angel Reese 1 prepares for its February showdown, the pressure is on. If the Mauve Rain doesn't sell out, the narrative of Nike dominance will become the only story the industry cares about. The shoe war of 2026 is the ultimate test of brand loyalty. Caitlyn Clark has the Nike machine, the Kobe tech, and the global From Anywhere marketing campaign. Angel Reese has the Shaq support, the fashion-forward Mauve Rain, and a loyal Bayou fanbase. We're going to look at the final sales verdict. Who actually won the Q1 revenue war? We'll dive into the Aya Wilson crisis, how the reigning MVP is reportedly reacting to the Caitlyn-first strategy at Nike. And finally, we'll see the Shaq versus Phil Knight showdown. Did the two titans actually trade words over the shoe war in Miami? The destruction of the narrative is reaching its boiling point. As we enter February 2026, the shoe war has moved from the boardroom to the retail shelf. While the rumors of Reebok canceling Angel Reese have been officially debunked by the leaked images of her Mauve Rain colorway, the vicious reality is that the brand is in a do-or-die situation. The Mauve Rain, a gloss-finished, glitter-heavy performance masterpiece, is slated for a mid-February release at a $130 price point. This isn't just another shoe drop. It's a direct challenge to the Nike CC1 launch window. Reebok president Shaquille O'Neal is reportedly putting the Mauve Rain on a global pedestal, marketing it as the feminine powerhouse alternative to Nike's technical machine. But the hidden truth is that Reebok's distribution is being squeezed. As Caitlyn Clark takes over more floor space at retailers like Dick's Sporting Goods and Foot Locker, Angel Reese is fighting for the literal and metaphorical ends of the aisles. If the Mauve Rain doesn't sell out in its first 48 hours, the narrative that Nike has a monopoly on the market will be impossible to break. While the world is focused on the Clark versus Reese rivalry, a vicious storm is brewing inside Nike itself. The reigning MVP, Aya Wilson, is currently preparing for the summer 2026 launch of the Nike A2. Following the runaway success of her debut Aone in 2025, Aya is reportedly seeing her marketing resources being shifted toward the Caitlyn campaign. Insiders suggest that the CC1 lockdown at Nike HQ has created an internal legacy crisis. Aya Wilson, a three-time MVP and the undisputed face of the Aces dynasty, is seeing her signature line priced at $145, a $30 increase from her first shoe, while Caitlyn's shoe is rumored to be positioned as the mass-market disruptor. The league's silence on this internal friction is deafening. Is Nike trying to build two separate empires? Or is the Caitlyn effect slowly turning every other signature athlete into a supporting act? Reports from Beaverton suggest that Aya is staying focused, but her supporters, led by coach Dawn Staley, have been vocal about the disrespect of the marketing disparity. In 2026, the battle for the swoosh isn't just about sales. It's about whose logo defines the next decade of the WNBA. The shoe war of 2026 wouldn't be complete without the final word from the woman who started it all, Sheryl Swoopes. In a recent January 2026 panel, Swoopes addressed the systematic takeover by the new generation. While she has walked back some of her 2024 comments regarding Caitlyn's college stats, her stance on the Nike erasure is as firm as ever. It's not about hating on the new girls, it's about protecting the heritage, Swoopes stated. When I see Nike clearing the vault for one player while the legends who bled for this brand are being relegated to history books, it hurts. We didn't have $28 million deals. We had to prove we could sell shoes when nobody was watching. The vicious truth of 2026 is that the market doesn't care about the struggle. It cares about the chasability. As Caitlyn Clark told the Kelsey brothers, her shoe is about the culture of the chase. By focusing on limited colorways and Kobe-equivalent tech, Nike is effectively making the Air Swoopes era look like ancient history. It's a cold-blooded business tactic that is leaving the pioneers of the game feeling like ghosts in the machine. As the 2026 WNBA season opener on May 8th approaches, the early retail data for the sneaker war is in. While Reebok's Mauve Rain has seen strong pre-orders in the lifestyle market, the Caitlyn Clark CC apparel, the hoodies and tees launched in late 2025, have already generated more revenue in 3 months than some signature shoe lines make in a year. The destruction of the narrative is complete. Caitlyn Clark isn't just a basketball player. She is a category killer. Her ability to sell out navy and yellow logo tees at $47 a pop has given Nike the green light to produce the CC1 in unprecedented quantities. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is maintaining a strong, loyal niche, but she is no longer fighting for the #1 spot. She is fighting to prove that Reebok can remain a vibrant #2 in a world that is increasingly obsessed with the swoosh. The ultimate hidden truth of the 2026 Reebok/Nike war is the role of Shaquille O'Neal. As president of Reebok Basketball, Shaq has bet his legacy on the Angel Reese one. Rumors are surfacing that during a tense meeting in Miami, Shaq was told by the board that if the 2026 signature line doesn't hit a 40% market penetration in women's performance hoops, the brand may pivot back to its 1990s retro roots. Shaq's response? Don't bet against the Barbie. He is reportedly planning a vicious 2026 marketing blitz that will see Angel Reese paired with Nate Ament and other new age nil stars to create a Reebok resistance. They aren't going to outspend Nike, but they are going to try and outculture them. The shoe war of 2026 is the story of two empires. Nike and Caitlyn Clark are the empire of innovation, focusing on kinetic foam, 30-foot stepbacks, and global dominance. Reebok and Angel Reese are the empire of expression, focusing on Mauve Rain aesthetics, unapologetic personality, and the Shaq factor. The billion-dollar takeover at Nike HQ wasn't just a photo op. It was a funeral for the old way of doing business. The league silence is over, and the receipts are being printed. Whether you're wearing the CC1 or the Angel Reese one thing is certain. The WNBA is no longer just a league. It's a box office battleground where the shoes are just as high stakes as the shots. And that is the final unfiltered breakdown of the 2026 shoe war that is currently tearing the WNBA and the sneaker world apart. From the kinetic foam in Beaverton to the Mauve Rain in Miami, the stakes have never been higher. But now, I want to hear from the sneakerheads in the comments. Are you putting your money on the Nike CC1 and the From Anywhere marketing machine? Or are you riding with Angel Reese and the Reebok culture revolution? Is Nike doing Aya Wilson dirty by prioritizing Caitlyn? Or is that just the reality of the business? Head down to the comments right now. If you're Team Nike, drop a hashtag swoosh takeover. If you're Team Reebok, drop a hashtag Barbie Empire. I'm reading every single comment, and I want to see which shoe is actually going to win the streets. Before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. With the May 8th season opener and the CC1 release just weeks away, we are the only channel bringing you the 2026 retail wars as they happen. Don't get left behind. Thanks for watching, and stay locked in for the next demolition. The shoe war of 2026 is no longer just about leather and rubber. It's a battle for the soul of the WNBA's billion-dollar future. We've seen the vicious tech at Nike HQ and the unapologetic culture at Reebok, but as the CC1 and the Mauve Rain prepare to collide on the retail shelves, the final decision doesn't belong to the CEOs. It belongs to you. Are we witnessing the birth of a Nike monopoly that will turn every other player into a footnote? Or is there still room for the Reebok resistance to prove that culture beats the machine? Is Nike's Caitlyn First strategy a masterclass in business? Or is it a dangerous move that disrespects legends like Aya Wilson and Cheryl Swoops? This is the debate that is currently setting the sneaker forums on fire, and I want your voice in the center of it. Head down to the comments right now and let the world know where your loyalty lies. If you're waiting in line for the Nike CC1 and you believe the swoosh is the only brand that matters, drop a hashtag swoosh takeover in the chat. But if you're riding with Angel Reese and you believe the Barbie Empire is about to shock the world, drop a hashtag Barbie Empire below. Who has the better design? Who has the better tech? And most importantly, who are you actually going to be wearing on May 8th? I'm reading every single comment, and I want to see which side of the shoe war is winning the streets. Before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. From the Nike Secret Lab, leaks to the Reebok sales data, we are the only channel bringing you the unfiltered, behind-the-scenes truth of 2026. Join the community, stay locked in, and let's watch the empire rise. Thanks for watching.